Well, hey. This video is simply about simple obedience. I went a 40-day fast, which started in September and ended on Sunday. And I did this fast because I wanted to really challenge myself. I want more discipline myself to really seek God first. Many times we think seeking God first is at least just acknowledging Him. And it's not. I decided that I needed to not touch my phone in the morning, not talk to anybody in the morning first, but I was going to seek God first. I was going to get up in the mornings and I was going to just touch my Bible or just talk to him. That's it. No music, no Google, no nothing. I wasn't going to play any music on my phone. I wasn't going to touch the phone. I wasn't going to do anything. Just simply seeking God first above everything else. Even before I drink my hot water in the morning, even before I drink anything, just really seek God first. So I would get up, whatever time I got up, I whatever time I got up. I definitely have to admit I wasn't disciplined in a particular time during the fast, and I'm still not, and I don't know if that's a problem for me. I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but I decided to seek God first before touching and doing anything for those 40 days. And so my fast didn't consist of, no food or one meal a day or anything like that. It was simply just me seeking God first before anything and anyone else, and doing it without any music in the background, really trying to spend time with myself and with God. Many times when I go to spend time with God, I put on something on YouTube or I talk to my Google, and I have it playing music. I jump on my phone, I might read a post, but no, I decided I wanted to sit with God by myself. Because many times I jump on the phone and maybe a call comes in when I'm trying to look for a devotion or look for a Bible verse or look for some kind of worship music, and I get distracted. And so I decided that to eliminate all of that, I wasn't going to touch anything. I was just going to get up, touch my Bible, and start talking to God in the mornings. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot of things about myself, a lot of things that I'm not disciplined with. I learned a lot of things that I'm very out of order with. I just learned a lot of things about myself. I learned a lot of what I'm not doing more than instead of identifying what I am doing, which is good because we have to get to a place where we look at ourselves and we have to acknowledge those things that are not giving God glory, and we have to start to move towards them to change them. But I will not get into those things today. I will be doing a few more videos on lessons that I've learned during my 40-day fast. But just for today, I'm going to talk about simple obedience. During my fast, I just thought one morning how I start my day, and I realized I start my day being very lawless. What does that mean? If I go to work at different hours of the day. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes at noon, sometimes in the evenings. Sometimes, yeah, in the anytime. I can go to work anytime up until 6 p.m. And so I I walk to work also, but where I walk, I'm in between two lights. When I come out my building, I walk straight across the street, which means I'm jaywalking. Every day I go to work, I jaywalk. I don't jaywalk anywhere else, but I will say that when I dress right in front of my building, I jaywalk. It just came to me that I am starting my day off being lawless. The same way I want to get up in the morning and seek God first before seeking anything else. If I continue that habit, it is sowing a seed. It is a seed of me being. I'm not a law abiding citizen, and I'm just being lawless. I am jaywalking. And if anything happens to me, I'm sure I would jump up and be like, oh God, I can't believe. How come that car did this? How come that car hit me? I can't believe. Didn't he see me? Didn't she see me? But I would have no justification because I was not in the right place. I was not in the right place. And I want to talk about obedience because many times we think we are right and we can go to God with our stories, but we can't because we're not justified. We want to do things, act out of our own self, our own mind, our own habits and attitudes and ways, and think that God has to approve of it and expect Him to be on our side. But just as simply as I'm walking across the street, if anything was to happen, let's say I walked and I just tripped by accident, anything, sprained my ankle, and I couldn't make it in a car, zip around the corner, and something happened to me, I couldn't in my right mind say, God, I can't believe. No, because if I look back, what am I doing in the middle of the road? Why didn't I go to the light? At least if I go to the light and a car breaks the light, I have something to work with the police, in court, with even if they have to deal with their insurance. There is something to work with, even if I go to God. But in the case that I am jaywalking, and even if a car wrongs me, and let's say they are wrong, but if I'm injured, can I really go to God and say, God, I can't believe? No, I can't, because I was lawless, disobedient. And so we need to identify those little things that we do, even if it's a morning routine that we're doing that's making us in any way be disobedient or rebellious or acting up or being full of pride or represent that we are out of order as people of God. We need to acknowledge and change it. And so I've been practicing to leave out a little bit early, because it takes like an extra minute to walk up to the light, then I have to wait for it. And do I like it? No, but I do like knowing that I'm pleasing God. I do like knowing that I'm sowing the seed of being obedient. I'm sowing the seed of doing the right thing. And so it's going to take some time, because I'm walking to the light to go to work, but now when I'm coming home in the evenings, I realize that I'm out of habit. I just walk back to the same spot and I jaywalk back across the building. And it's not until I get to the building, I'm like, oh gosh, I didn't walk back up to the light. But it doesn't dawn on me right away, because I've been doing it for so long. But at least I'm mindful of it. I've been doing this for years. It never came to mind. And so I just want to talk about simple obedience. Just identify little things that you can start doing differently today. Little things. For me, that's a little thing. It's a little thing. It's not a big thing to me, honestly. I can make it seem like a big thing, but it's not a big thing. It's a little thing that's going to make a great impact in my life, and it's going to also carry over into other areas of my life. And I'm also going to be more mindful of things that I'm doing that is out of order. Yes, out of order. And so, what are you doing that may be out of order? What are you doing? Is there anything that you're doing that maybe is stirring out your morning wrong? Maybe it's just not doing the right thing, not saying the right thing, just doing something that or having a pattern or a habit that that is just not good for you. It's not good. It's just not a good representation of the kingdom. It doesn't make you look good, or doesn't represent who you want to be. And I would encourage you to stop, because the truth is, even though I'm jaywalking, I might think it's not a big deal, but I don't know who's watching me. And I could go down the road and be telling people, well, you shouldn't be doing this and you should do that. But guess what? Who am I to point any finger? I just finished breaking a rule, breaking a law down the road. And I have the nerves to be telling people, what they should be doing. Imagine me looking at a car saying, oh, I can't believe that car broke the light. But I just jaywalked across the street. I didn't even obey any light. At least they had a light they were breaking. I didn't even cross at a light. So who am I? And so we have to really learn to take the plank out of our own eyes and just leave people alone. We have to spend more time looking at ourselves and leaving people alone. I just want to end off by saying it is very correct what the Bible says, that obedience is better than sacrifice. I can be like, oh, I prayed this morning, I read the Bible this morning, I worshiped this morning. I don't have to cross the light. It's nothing to do with that. Many times we want to justify our bad behavior by saying, well, at least I this. Oh, I'll go to church on Sunday. Oh, this. Obedience is better than sacrifice. God does not care about what you're doing, the checklist that you think you're doing to be good. God's looking at those little things that He's asking you to deal with, those things that you need to fix, those little things that's creating a distance, is creating something from you not really hearing Him, something that's blocking your blessing, something that you can just quickly change today, but you figure, oh, God understands. Oh, God, I love God and God loves me. And yes, God does love you. And you may so love God, but to love Him is to obey Him. Yes. I heard the other day someone said, worship is obeying God. We think worship is singing and put up our hands. No. The highest form of worship is obeying Him. And obeying Him is in those little things that He talks to you about, little things that He prompts you about. And for me, it's to is to cross at the light. I will do another video talking about other lessons that I've learned in my 40-day fast.